Hey, it's Tuesday. Ultrasonic cleaner. Weird shape eggs. Lid. Basket with a cord. Oh, and the unit. Alright. Looks like something you'd cook with. Power. Little display. Responsive buttons. I dare say that feedback that you feel is actually the conical shaped metal that sits over the top of the actual little switch on the board. This will just be a little mounted board here, but that feel good click will come from you pushing the metal, not the actual switch. But it's nice to know that you've pressed something. I don't mind that in things. Little basket. Sort of like your cooking chips. Oh, there you go. It's nice. And a cord. Just your standard cord. Australian standard. Nothing flash, nothing bad. Just a cord. I got my old battery chainsaw chain. It's not in the worst condition as is, but you can see it does have grime and crap in it. So we'll give it a mediocre test, and then I'll have to hunt to find some better. I've got a bike chain, but I haven't taken off the bike yet. Surely that's enough. And we'll zoom in and we'll have a look. Alright, so we'll turn her on. 23 degrees or something. 90 seconds. Well, there she goes. It's quite loud here. Sound like someone really taking it to a cricket. One of those bug zappers, you know, bug got caught in it. So, as you can see, some parts have come out unbelievably good. These other parts, they're still quite caked on there. So with a light rub, it's all come really clean, come straight off it. But what I haven't done is I haven't even tried the heat function. So this was just cold. We'll place this back in. Alright, so now we'll go, that's degas, timer, temperature control. Alright, so the heat's on now. And this should theoretically punch it up to between 50 and 60 degrees somewhere. I think it cuts out at 60, so we'll probably hover around 55, 58, I'm not sure. You know, around there. So this will go red, and we'll see if the heat works better. Well, it's quite warm. Look at that. Whoa. Comes out hot to the touch, but you can see nearly all. That's a vast improvement. I'm going to degas it, I'm going to throw it in. This time I'm going to leave the lid on, just to make sure it maintains that heat and whatnot. It's there for safety, but I didn't want it for filming purposes. But at this point, I'm just going to skip forward because otherwise it's going to be a 20-minute video. To degas it, you have to set a time. Just gonna chain in, time. Once it's finished, 60 degrees, you can see the steam coming out of it. It's going to be hot again, just like fish and chips. That's worked a treat. I'm really happy with that. That's brilliant. There's still a tiny bit of patina, but overall, that's a very, very clean chain. I'm gonna go put some oil on this. Now, I got this old wrench with some surface rust on it. I've seen some people talk about the surface rust cleaning qualities of these things, so I'm keen to try that out. I've got these old things. Put them in there. Better give it a degas. Alrighty. Temperature, time, and go. Alrighty. Can already. Ooh. So this is after one session. All that gunk's just peeling off. That would have been the glue that they used for the handles in the first place. That seems to have shaken off a good deal of the rust. Quite happy with that result. That looks like an electrolysis bath result after not too long. Let's have a look how it did on the wrench. Again, not too bad. Not too bad at all, quite impressed. Little ripper. Well, that's one session, which means for something like this, oh, that's smooth now. Yeah, that's broken it up. That's really good result. That's really good result. And obviously this will be stripped of oil now, so if I give this a bit of tool oil, that's going to be killing it. Back in you go. Real happy with that. Let's give it another burn. Oh yeah. That's nice on a cold night, I tell you what. This. Yeah, that's phenomenal. That really is just absolutely perfect. I'm stoked by that. This is the sort of results I was getting from my electrolysis setup. I mean, if you've got this ready to go, you don't have to set up electrolysis for small items like this all the time. That's amazing. How'd these come out? These weren't even moving. Right in the grooves. You can see that. All that's gone. All that surface rust. Phenomenal. Right back down to the original patina. This glue You can tell this glue's taking a beating. It was holding the... That's just wiping straight off now. Bit of oil, and these shop pliers are going to be back to the heyday. Alright, this girl here, she's very rusty. Alright, how am I going to get this out? So it still looks very rusty, although wet. Now this was far worse than the others, so it might take a couple extra cycles if it's strong enough. Oh, this was full seized. Oh, well, that's going straight up. Still tough, but it's actually moving now. This spanner got retired years ago. Oh, look at that. She's full free. So whatever it's doing, it's breaking up the grime on the inside somewhat. At least to get me some movement. In she goes. Spin it around this time. Oh, close the jaw. Make sure it's underneath. I'm real impressed with it loosening it up. That means something's happening. Right, let's have a look. Ooh, what warm? What? Oh, this side's come up. Yeah, that's really good. Alright. Even though the water's not getting hotter, it feels a whole lot more steamier as it gets colder outside. Trusty rag. Look at that. That's as good as that sort of result is about as good as I've got so far using electrolysis and whatnot. That's perfect. That really is impressive. Got to get some oil on this. Just the fact, I'm so blown away about how quickly it loosens these up. These went from stiff to perfect. So did all of these. I'm real impressed about the stiffening. That means it is actually at least shaking parts loose. So it'll be interesting to do a torque test on bolts, tighten some bolts up, put them in there versus, I don't know, not, and seeing if they loose up. Little ripper. The only thing I wish they did was make a huge one so I can put all sorts of crap in it. Definitely worth having on a shelf. Looks like a little deep fryer, but I wouldn't put your dim sims in it. Let me know what you think, what I should do with it. Don't forget to subscribe.